Hello my value viewers, straight into last week's sales. First thing I sold was a pack of Nicorette inhalator with 36 cartridges, and it came to $27.99 delivered. It was free post and it was one pack, and it was a quick instant sale. I bought it that morning, I sold it that morning once I got it back and listed it. It only took an hour or so. Assassin's Creed 3 official strategy book, $6.49 delivered. It cost me £2. I lost money on it, but losing money isn't always a bad thing. I mean, obviously I would like to have made money, but losing less than it cost me, I made less of a loss than just throwing it away. Next was Grow Clock. These are, I don't know, gold dust. If you buy one, you can sell it. $12.49, $16.69 delivered. Always sell those, no problem at all. They sometimes take a few weeks, but I always sell them. Official black and chrome Nintendo Wii steering wheel. Had the chrome centre ring. $8.95 plus postage, $13.15. Official Sony PlayStation 2 controller, £18.20 delivered. Yeah, nice that. Silver it was. The silver ones are in demand. Yamaha FSR F52 keyboard, you know. It was about this long. You can't see my hands, obviously. £54.98 delivered. I was very pleased with that. It cost me a fiver, I think. Could have been £2.50. It was like that sort of region. Very happy. 29 single floppy drives. It was a box of 30, but it had this in the front, which is just kicking around. Now it's got oil on it. This is going in the bin. I don't know where the oil's come from. There's a bag full of oil there. Ugh, nasty. That's in the bin as well. So yes, the 29 cost me a quid, and I sold them for £5 plus postage. So although they're sold easily, they weren't worth bothering with. This was, I bought this for £3, Microsoft X Series XS wireless controller, robot white. It had oil stains on it, and the left thumbstick stuck up and down. Needed a replacement stick or some finagling. A lot of people just open the little potentiometers and scrub them about until they work properly. That works. £16.30 delivered though, so I'm happy with that. Cost me £3. DSC W810 20 megapixel camera. I showed you this last week and I said it was going to be going for good money. Cost me £3 and I got £54.15 delivered. Xbox 360 Grand Theft Auto 4 in like new condition. $9.99 delivered. Got that in a bundle of 73 games and it cost me £40. And I've got some other games going out that were part of that bundle. Mario Kart, I was selling it disc only. I found it in a Wii, and then I found a case with the manual a couple of weeks ago for, I think he charged me £5 for a bundle of 4 items, and that was one of them. So I married them together and I got 2 wheels. One was proper branded, one was third party. Sold it for £20.99 delivered. Ferguson FO1 SDB set-top box. Digital Freeview set-top box with a remote. £23.20 delivered. That's £19 plus postage. Sanyo, there's a number there. Camcorder battery recorder charger. This was £5 plus £9.15, but all these little electrical things, I normally buy them in a big bag full and they come for free basically, or for 40 pence or something. These were nice. I bought these a couple of weeks ago. £5. They only needed a slight wipe with a damp cloth. Former Drytex men's biker boots. Leather and synthetic they were. Size 45. They lasted about an hour. I put them up for, I think it was £32, £32.95 with offers. Got an offer of £29. Snapped their hand off. Plus postage, £33.20. Very nice. Original Xbox Tom Clancy Splinter Cell and Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. These 2 games came out of that bundle for £40 as well. I got about 30 Xbox original games. There was only about 3 Xbox One. These 2 made a nice separate small bundle. $7.99 for the 2 delivered. However, that was free post. However, they went to Hungary and they went for $26.90 odd. I did actually do a screen print of the actual sale, because later on when you look at it, you don't get how much they paid. They paid the rest of the money on GSP, eBay's global selling policy or whatever it's called. Yeah, $7.99 to me, obviously fees and stuff off that, but they cost me about 55p each, so I was okay with that. Next was a Manhattan Plaza DS100 free sat, just a set-top box, no recorder, £21 plus postage, £25.20. Yeah, I think that would have cost me £1 or £2. I've added in a SCART remote. I mean, it had a remote. I've added in a SCART cable. So we're looking at £3 at the outside into 21 minus fees. Not bad. This was nice. I showed you it, was it last week? Anyway, I put this on auction. No, it must have been a week before, because it was a week on auction. The free auctions are 7 days, so it must have been solid 7 days. and they paid late, so it probably only paid on Saturday, and this came to £38. I started it at £34, even though I bought it for 30. Sorry, I bought it for 3. I did the cable into the case, so I had to take all the insides out in order to get the cable fed through, redid the ends, put it all back, worked fine after I'd done it, and took some photographs. £38 after 7 days. And yeah, I had bids on £34 within a few hours, so I could have sold it for £34 straight away really. But, you know, fair enough. 38, I was hoping for more, but that was alright. Plus postage, £46, £8 postage I charged. It probably cost me £7. And then the last sale of the week, I'm not going to mention now, because although it's down as a sale, oh, I'll mention it now. It's these games. Just trying to work out which one it is. 10 Xbox original games that I did on auction. I tested every single Xbox original game in an afternoon. Listed some separately, the Splinter Cell ones and that Harry Potter one earlier on in the week. Oh no, Harry Potter's yet to come. That's this week. The other one. And then I listed 10 on auction, and I hoped for more than this, but I got... They weren't particularly good ones, actually, I've got to say. There's a couple of good ones in there. £9.51. But they didn't pay during that week. £9.51 plus postage, £13 and 1 pence. They didn't pay during that week, although it shows as a sale. It also shows in this week as sold items, because it's been pushed into this week. I'm looking at all orders here, yeah, and not paid and dispatched. Never mind. Anyway, all orders £410 and 27 pence, which it's okay. It's at least £100 less than I want, maybe £200 less than I was hoping for. But you know, I've got to say, the vast majority of the stuff is under a week to 2 weeks old. Obviously, that was an auction, so it was only 7 days. So was the facial tanner. The Xbox original was listed, the two Tom Clancy games, the Splinter Cell games, were listed at the same time as this bundle. The leather synthetic boots were bought on the same car boot as this bundle of car games. And then so was the Mario Kart case and wheels, and the Xbox 360 Grand Theft Auto, and the camera. The controller was from a couple of weeks ago, and so was the keyboard. So yeah, quite a lot of gaming gear in there. You know, we're coming into Q4 shortly. It's time to get all the games, and the board games for that matter, but yeah, get them all listed. Anyway, so that was last week, 410, and none of the last week's stuff is waiting for delivery, except for this bundle. But that's because it's actually this week, because although it was in last week's sales, they didn't pay. So it's now been shoved into this week's. And so that's how it goes. They paid early morning today. So what we got for sales and what we got going out today, this is this week's sales up to now. And as I say to you, all but 2 were from yesterday. 1 was from Saturday and they didn't pay. And yeah, 1 was from this morning. So what did I sell? Fuji Fine Picks. This is just a random camera that I'd bought for 50 pence. And I hadn't listed, and I'd forgotten it was in a pile of cameras. So I went through them all, and this one was working. It ran on double A's, this one. So I put some charged up batteries in, and it ran. And no memory card, just a standard, no batteries, no memory card camera. Fujifilm Fine Picks, there's a picture. And I went for £21.49 plus postage, £25.69. So, yeah, I'm a bit remiss in piling up cameras and saying I'll get round to listing them later and then not doing it. There you are, that's one of them. So that was a nice £26 nearly. There's these 4 going out. Nicorette. That was the other half of that other one that was I sold immediately. At least have taken over a week to sell, and they only... It's because I had these as 6s and I was thinking there was 24 in there, and I priced them accordingly as though there was 24. And there's actually... It's 4 packs of 4, which is 16, which is a lot less than half of the other one, which was 36, and I was selling these for 2/3 the price. So when I realised and I brought the price down, they sold the next day. They're all in date. And they're all going out this morning to the same person, obviously, because it was a bundle of 4 I was sold. Next, Harry Potter. Harry Potter. And the Chamber of Secrets. This is one of the ones from that £40 bundle. And I sold that for £9. Not bad. There's nearly £2 in postage. And obviously about £1.30 in fees. After you've paid your VAT on the fees. Actually, it's more like £1.45 in fees. Nearly £2 in postage, so that still leaves £5.50 for that one. That's not bad, is it? Next, memory card. This is a 32 megabyte memory card. There you go. £18.99. Very thin. It'll go as a letter, not even a large letter. That 4 Frank Meadow Sutcliffe photographs. Now here's the thing. I keep saying to you about selling with promotions and selling on offers. Well, these went on promotion, but they were brand new listing. And I have 2 other sets of 4 Frank Meadow photographs that aren't brand new listings and hadn't been seen. Anyway, somebody's bought this one. So I'm thinking of pulling those off. I might even take new photographs. Don't know yet. And then putting them back on again at same price. £18.95 for the 4 plus postage, £23.35. Well, they cost me £1 each, so that's not bad at all. Next was these that I just mentioned. Bundle of, this is when they're paid, and so this is where it's been described as a sale. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Medal of Honor, Pirates of the Caribbean, Ford Racing 2, Time Splitters 2, NBA 2K7, Halo, Prince of Persia, 2 Thrones, Lynx 2004, and Worms 4 Mayhem. So they were 95.1 pence each because he paid for 10 of them on auction. £13.01 including postage, £3.50 postage, because you're only allowed to charge £3.50 when you send a parcel that's been bought by people in the gaming section. If you sell something in the video game section, you're only allowed £3.50 postage. Alternatively, you can do it free post, of course, but then you've got to start it at a high price and it doesn't get as many views as an auction when you start at £12.99 for 12 for 10, and you're much more likely to not get these sales. Anyway, that's that one. Next one was one I had on Sunday, the same, and they paid on Sunday. They paid within minutes of the auction finishing, and that's quite a nice bundle actually. It's a better bundle than the last one. So this one's, yeah, so this one's a better bundle. So Project Gotham Racing, EA Sports Fight Night 2004, Halo 2, Doom 3, Nightcaster Defeat the Darkness, Time Splitters 2 again, because I had like 3-4 copies if you remember, Fable 13 XIII, it's like a cartoon shooter, and Mercenaries, which is another shooter. So yeah, quite a nice bundle that, and that went for £12.01 plus postage, £15.51. But it's a fiver's worth there to me. So yeah, if I'd sold them separately, I'd have made a lot more money. But it's bulk, and I'm trying to get rid of space. I need the space. I need the space. Don't we all need space? But really, I need space. I've got so much clutter, and it runs round in your brain so that you can't think straight. You know that clutter does that to you. A nice clean desk helps you think. It's absolutely true. And then the last thing going out this morning, that was bought this morning, this is one of the only thing bought today up to now, but that's okay, is 4 small knives. This is the last one from that bundle that I paid £6.50 for, and I've sold, what, 8 bundles from, and this was £8.99 for 4, down from £9.99, plus postage, £13.19. So there you go. That's it for what's going out today, and that adds up to £133.49. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that up to now. I would say it's early in the day, but it's gone noon now. It's definitely time to wrap this gear, get them out to the post office, and I'll come back. Pickups on Sunday. First thing I bought in North Cave was this from the charity shop I always go to and have a look around. Humax Freeview HD Fox T2. Now there's an HDR Fox T2, which is a recorder. This is just a standard decoder box for all your FreeSat. Sorry, Freeview, that one, Freeview. And so it's not worth quite as much. I paid £2, probably 25 to 30. It's got the remote in. It's got all the packaging is nice and clean, you know, manual and all that sort of stuff. So yes, I'm going to be selling it as premium quality for the price range that's available for that. Next there was this mirror. Actually, it was on the side of the £1 stall, but this is a nice mirror. You can see my lights there. There's one there. There's one there. Yeah. There you go. Bevel edge. Wood back. It's had things there into it and a chain, but that's missing. But at £1, I'm not concerned. These are quite good. Sales wise, price wise, I'm not really sure, but they're especially the beveled edge ones like that, high demand. If you like your retro furnishings, you know, that sort of thing. And I also got sealed Fujifilm. I got 3 packs of half a dozen for about 50p a pack last year, and I sold each one for over 20 quid, and I was really pleased with me £1.50's purchase. This cost £1. She wasn't letting it go for less than that. Well, that's fair enough. But that is in 2013, April 2013 expired, but it should still sell for possibly up to 15 quid. I'm not sure whether that be the delivered price or the price plus delivery, and I'm really not that concerned. It cost £1. It should be a fairly simple sale as well. And then I went to Hull because there just wasn't the stuff. It's the end of the season that they're clearing out their garage and loft types that they have a household, not house clearance guys, household clearance. They're not turning up as much at the moment, and traders are, but they've got some silly prices and I'm not willing to pay it. I did actually go to one guy and said, how much are these hi-fi gear? And he said, £45. As though he was doing me a favour. I'll do you a favour, mate. I'll walk away without insulting you. I also went to Hull, and one of the first things I bought was, well, I always visit the same electrical guys, you know that. So I got this pile off one guy, and I said, how much for both of them? But make sure that you give me a reasonable price, because there's no remote with this. And he's like trying to push me a Sky remote onto it, and I'm like, it's not for that. It says Panasonic on it. Anyway, he charged me a £5 for both of these. That's a Bush FreeSat, but it does have a remote, just a decoder, and it just chooses between channels. It doesn't have any of the internet capable one like the Humax one I just showed you. It doesn't have anything special. Basically, look, you plug your satellite in there and you plug the SCART in there, and there's nothing else. Fair enough. So I'm counting that as £1, and this one is £4. This is a DMP BD45. I bought one of these a couple of weeks ago, and this is a LAN capable internet player, and it also plays, I think it's there, USB sticks and SD sticks, USB, SD, and obviously Blu-rays and DVDs. Doesn't have a remote, but I can get a remote for, unfortunately, £8.50 for these. But it should be £40 worth at least. And I can unlock this one. So yeah, this is an unlockable version. That will make it worth £40 to £50 with a remote. Nice, yeah, real nice. But it's not 3D, so it's not as valuable as it could be. There again, 3D Blu-rays were a fad. They've gone. Nobody wears the glasses for more than 15 minutes without having a headache. It was just one of those things that people did 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It just doesn't happen now. Why would you want 3D TV when you can go outside in the world? If you like 3D things, go outside. And I suppose they'll say it's been taken over by VR. VR is true 3D, and you can move your head about and all that sort of thing, and there's special things that hold you up off the floor so you can run. Fad. It'll last, but it'll last a lot less time than you think, actually, I think. Don't get me wrong, when they can plug it into your brain, like in the Matrix, I'm sure it'll last a long time. And if the AIs get any, you know, what can I say? Anyway, next was a Wii U bundle. Do you know this is the first time I've seen a Wii U bundle in the wild? Well, no, full stop. I was going to say that, but, and I thought to myself, I can't qualify myself. This is the problem with going around places like in Hull. You don't see, it's quite a depressed city financially. It never recovered from the 2008 financial crisis. There's no question about that. And this is a perfect example. I see other resellers picking these up at car boot sales. This is the first time I've seen one at the car boot. It isn't complete. It's got all sorts of dodgy things with it. And it's shagged. It really is. For instance, it doesn't have the video hand controller. It has a third-party Wii controller with a pink wheel. That's third-party as well. There you go. And wouldn't surprise me if it didn't work. The guy was started at over 20 and I got him down to 15. Haven't turned it on yet. There's a power supply brick. Where's that cable gone? I'll turn it on live. We'll see what happens. This light here and the camera, yeah, this is a bit of a dodgy cable, quite honestly. It needs a new plug. There's a power cable with a yellow end because it's a different socket. And the light comes on, so the power supply is working. Now you can sell the power supply for 15 quid, delivered. So I would be breaking even except for the delivery. Let's see if there's anything in it. Eject. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a nice one. Wii U Mario Kart 8. Now there's a surprise for me. I wasn't expecting anything. I wasn't expecting anything at all. Let me see. Going to look that one up immediately. Wii U Mario Kart 8 disc only. Will you Mario Kart? Mario Kart 8. Wii U Mario Kart 8. There we go. There we go. You see that? £7.95 disc only. On buy it now. Alright, I'm happy with that. Make sure the disc's not all scratched. There you go. Yeah, lovely. So, the Wii's turning on. The power supply's turning on. It's got a controller dock. These are selling for £8 on their own. It's got HDMI cable, sensor bar, a Wii AV cable, 2 third-party nunchucks, but no... Well, it's got the pink controller. I haven't even looked in the back of this. It could be all rusty. Yeah, it's clean. Batteries. Turning on. Is there a sync button on these things? Yeah. The sync button is the light. That's quite clever. Right, synced. So it has been used before with this. So that's good. I will turn it off. So it's clean and working, and it's got a dodgy controller. Excellent. Turn it off. It's not turning off. I'll just unplug it. Yeah, it's not a bad purchase. I also bought a Wii controller wheel off him. I think this should have been part of that controller system, but never mind. I got that for £1 extra on top of his 15 quid. And then I got that one off another stall later on. And, oh, something else I bought off the same guy. This chunk. This is another Humax. This is a Foxsat HDR. So this is the satellite version of that one, but it's the recorder as well and a remote. And it's got 2 SCARTs and an HDMI, optical out, and a LAN and USB for whatever USB things you want to do. It's got 2 LNBs in as well, record up to 2 channels at a time, and an output, so you can put this into your Sky as well or whatever. Anyway, it wouldn't go lower than £12 on that. He started at 20 on that. And I'm like, nah. And then he went to 15 and I had to walk away twice. First time when I bought this, second time when I bought the wheel. Anyway, in the end he accepted 12. So I actually spent £28 with that guy, which was the vast majority of what I spent. Yeah, I also bought a turquoise switch case for the turquoise switch that I got last week. And it fits lovely, see? Nice. That cost me 50p. And I got an Xbox One FIFA 17 without a case, sorry, with a case, but no manual. What I wanted it for was the case. I'm sure that's worth more than 20p, don't get me wrong. But what I wanted was a case that I didn't have to concern myself over whether it had any extra value with the game. Because I've got 2 broken Xbox One cases with games, or rather 2 games with broken cases, that are decent enough to sell on their own, or trade in at CEX like I'm hoping to with the other things. I also got a calculator for £1. The guy wanted £2 at first, but I just said to him, it's a calculator, mate. Will you take £1? And he did. It's an FX85 GT. Oh, Casio. There's only 2 or 3 types of calculators I'll buy, except vintage ones. I happily buy any type of vintage one that's like either working or 70s. Even if it's not working and it's 70s, I'll buy it anyway. This is real nice. Lots and lots of 8s. It's got a really big screen for scientific notations, notifications? Notations, really. And it comes up with Casio when you try and close it off, which is... I always try and catch that when I'm photographing it, so it says Casio across the screen. This one does it as well. Because people love that when you're trying to sell it. And then I got a Now TV stick for £2. Last one I bought was the older version of a Roku stick, and he wanted a £5 at first, and I got him down to 3, and it didn't have the lead. But this has got both. It's got the lead, the power lead, the stick, the remote, and I think that's all you need. I think that might be a little bit bent, but it seems to work. See where it's bent a bit? It's off shape. When you put it in the TV, it's like sticking out 45 degrees. I'm not concerned. Works. I'm not sure what these are going for either. Where's my phone again? Now TV stick. $24.99 TV smart stick plus USB power supply. That seems a lot. $11.99 for smart stick plus Netflix. £25. Ah, that's the one. 3801 UK. Yep, that's the one. £25. Excellent. Oh yeah, there was something else as well. A load of Panasonic bases and chargers. No phone handsets. I said to the guy, have you got any handsets to go with it? No. I said, oh, how much do you want for it then? 50p. Three bases, 3 handsets, 3 chargers, no handsets. So yeah. Oh, that's the Wii U power supply. It's nothing to do with it. Just those bits there. Well, I've already listed. Well, I got back to the car and immediately just changed the listing from 0 to 3. So that was all I needed to do with those to make, preferably, hopefully, when I sell these, there's about £12 worth of profit there. Nice. Nice and easy. And the bases, yeah, I could probably sell the bases. Can I be bothered? Well, they don't have handsets to go with them, so they're a bit of plastic with a couple of prongs on. Probably won't bother. Right, that's your lot. Total £41.20, and that includes the 2 things I bought for myself. Oh, I've only shown you one of them up to now. There you go. Wilkinson sword shaving soap in a dish. That's it. That's for me, and the case was for me. So without them, it would have been £39. Easy and cheap Sunday. So it means I won't have any trouble listing these in the next day or 2, and then carrying on with my backlog, which I've got loads of. Get listed, because that's what I'm going to do now. Hello, my value viewers. Straight into next week's sales. I wish I could, but no.